underway. You can kill my mind for flow, flow, flow. Hold me till I scream or breathe, and wash me over until my will runs dry. Send all your sins all over me, baby, baby,
Okay.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Karina and Amber joining you today, our listeners and viewers. We are your hosts for Dating and Marriage Perspectives. Damn good to the last word. Welcome back. We're excited to be here. Today, continuing with our season on sex, we're talking about the 90-day rule and / how long do you wait to have sex with someone you first meet? So in case folks don't know what the 90-day rule is, or you haven't heard it, or you haven't seen any of Steve Harvey's movie, Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man.
Or book.
What's that?
Or his book.
Or his book, yeah. His book came out as a book first and then followed by a movie. Yeah, absolutely. The 90-day rule is that women, and men, I would say, should wait 3 months before having sex with this new person that they've met. By waiting 90 days, you get to see what this person is all about. You prepare yourself for them. You're kind of putting them on a probation period, just like you would be on a probation period for a brand new job, right? You don't get the full benefits right away. Your employer wants to see if you show up on time, if you do good work, if you respond to your duties, and then you get the full benefits, right? The health insurance and all this stuff. So similarly, the 90-day rule applies to when somebody meets somebody brand new and you're figuring out, should I give you the cookie? Am I ready to give you the cookie? Even though the hand might be in the jar, but they're not really quite grabbing the cookie just yet. Anyway, same thing. Analogy, metaphor, whatever you want to call it. So, do you believe in the 90-day rule? And how long do you wait? I mean, if it's not 90 days, how many days is it to give you a good understanding, or as good as possible, of somebody that you're dating for the first time?
Yeah. I think men were real upset about this too when it came out.
Oh, word? Say more.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I think men were like, why is Steve cock blocking, basically?
Literally.
Yeah. Why are you saying you have to wait 90 days? Men were pretty pissed when this first came out and women started doing it.
You don't think it was being done before? So do you think it was being done before? That men waited to have sex?
I don't think it was talked about, not near as much, and I think Steve Harvey wrote the book not only because he had daughters. Well, I think that was actually his main reason, because he had daughters. And, everybody was having a problem with men kind of just coming and going, which I think men are going to do that anyways. Well, depending on the circumstances, but more so, I would think it's probably more prevalent nowadays with how many different avenues people have to talk to meet somebody, like you were saying, online dating. People are just here today and gone tomorrow, and because they can just go on to the next one.
Right.
So that's
so true.
Yeah.
So gross.
It is gross, right? Get tested.
Yeah. Have you applied this sex policy?
Well, I have in some form. Well, the one I married, it was 60 days, and that was probably the longest I waited. He may have been, I think we were trying for 90, but we probably made it 60 days. And we were already boyfriend, girlfriend before that 60 days too. So
all right,
that part worked out. But I my mom always said, this is growing up, she always said, if you don't give it to a man, he'll give you anything you want. And mommy, I know you said that, so don't even try and sit here and tell me you didn't. But I will say she was right. She was absolutely right. And I think it was more about, like we always say, I mean, a guy, you can give it to a guy and he just, all right, I hit it, quit it, done, you know? And if that's what you're looking for as a female, that's totally fine. But if you want to be able to have a little bit more control, uh, not mind control over Devo, but you know what I mean? Like, more control over the situation, because men are hunters, right? They're hunters, and if they have a good if they have a good catch right away, then they're going to keep going to the next catch. They're always going to be seeking something else out. So yes and
Say
no.
more. Sorry, go ahead.
So yes and no. It would depend on what stage of life I was in too.
Yeah. So say more about control. Like how for you, right? Like, and whether you want to refer to your relationship when you first started with Brett or other, long-term relationships you had in your life. What do you mean? Like, how is holding out for 60 days, 90 days lead to control? And what kind of control? What do you mean?
Well, I think sex is just it's just a different element inside of a relationship. I mean, going back to kind of what you said, I need to know if I want you, right? I need to know that you're going to show up when you say you're going to show up, right? I need to know you're going to call when you say you're going to call. So I don't want to just give it to you and you be like, oh, all right, good, thanks. All right, I'm done, And I will say this happened one time to me, the only time. I should have punched this guy in the throat, but I'm telling you, somebody I was dating, and I didn't give it to him for maybe 2-3 weeks. And as soon as I did, he was gone. And he said I should not have given it to him. Because he was more interested.
Really?
He was so interested. He said out of his mouth, he said that. And so I was like, ding.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you go ahead, please.
So, kind of similar to what you just said. I was hanging out with this guy, and at that point, I don't know what relationship I had just came back from, or if I was just like in a funky time of my life. Because remember, in my 30s, I was just like, meh kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it was around that time, but I was seeing this guy for, I don't know, a couple months, 2-3 months or so. And I didn't give it to him. And he stopped calling. And then he called a little bit later. And then we were talking or something. And I was like, I haven't heard from you in a while. Like, why are you calling? He was like, well, because you didn't want to give it to me back then.
See?
So he stopped calling. I was like, wow.
But yet he came back.
He came back. He came back and he was gone real quick after that conversation. I didn't give it a second thought. But that's what he said. Like, you wouldn't give it, like, and he said he said pussy. Like, he said the P word. Like,
yeah. It's a real word.
It's a real word. I know.
No, you're sweet about it. Yeah. No,
but yeah, so yeah, your story of dude saying, hey, you shouldn't have given it to me. He bounced. This guy bounced because I didn't give it to him.
Yeah, see, look at that. It's like you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't.
Yeah, exactly.
What makes it even worse is the one that said that. I don't even remember what it was like with him. I couldn't even tell you. Nothing. So I don't know. Yeah, sometimes they just, they're going to stay and try and see how much they can wear you out. Sometimes that's why it seems they stay. But I don't know. I'm a fan of, even if it's just not 90 days, I'm a fan of, not giving up right away, because I do think that with a really maybe more, I don't know if it's more feminism or anything like that, people feeling they're taking more control of their body, which I think is fine.
Wow.
But I think that men jumped right on that. And they're like, oh, okay, yeah, here, I'll take it. Oh, you're not going to give it to me? Okay, I'll go somewhere else. But they can go. I mean, because if you're going to go because I'm not giving it to you, then keep it moving. You'll be back. And it could make them wonder what it would be like. They can go masturbate to it.
They can what?
They can go masturbate to it.
And they do.
They do. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
they do.
Well, do you believe, I mean, what do you feel? Do you believe in the 90-day rule?
I do, and I've done it.
Mm-hmm.
I've done it. And for the same reasons, I described earlier in the show is and it depends on where I'm at too, right? So if I'm into you and I really want to get to know you and I'm ready to kind of explore a relationship with one person, then I will wait. I mean, not to say that things won't happen, intimacy and other stuff will happen. They have happened.
Sure.
But I will wait.
Mhm.
I will wait. I've done 90 days and I want to, are you showing up? Are you consistent? Are you, do I get a glimmer or a glimpse that I'm special to you, that
Mhm.
you're making efforts to hang out, we're making plans, we're
Right.
talking about important things, spending time together, all these things. And, if they show up the way I need them to show up, then surprise.
Right. Right. Yes. Yeah.
Here's your benefit package.
That's right. You get full benefits.
I'm just saying. The thing though, like, and I don't mind doing that because I do. Like, for me, it's like, now I'm the one who says like a lot. I don't know why
I'm
what's
just
happening. I'm saying that a lot.
rubbing off on you.
It's when I'm at that space where I want to meet somebody, I want to be with somebody, and I want to get to know them,
Yeah.
and then get to know them in that way. It's because I want to know who's going to be inside me. Like, I want to know who you are.
Yeah.
I want to know what you're about.
Mhm.
I am willingly giving up a very precious thing of mine. I want to know who's going to be inside me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I wait the 90 days. Now, I've had my wild side. I've had my I don't give a fuck side,
Sure.
side and
Yep.
life and moments and everything. And what comes along with that is I don't really care to know your last name. I don't
Right.
really ask you, questions about values and meaning. And anyway, so I've had those moments, but when I am into somebody, I will show up in that way just to see if they will show up in the way that I need them to show up to get the cookie.
Let me ask you a question. When let's say you were in your early 20s and somebody and you heard about this 90-day rule, right? Because I know a lot of this has to do with what stage of our life we were in. But in your 20s, what would you have said to that 90-day rule?
So I was pretty careful sexually in my 20s.
Oh.
And it started with the way the girls were treated in high school and in college. Because I didn't want to be the girl that people talked about. She's
Right.
been with this guy and that guy, and she gave it up so soon. And she gave it up in the parking lot, at the dance, at the whatever, somebody's basement. I did not want to be that girl at all. So in my 20s, high school and my 20s, I was super, super careful.
Okay.
I was super careful. So the 90-day rule didn't really apply. I was not the girl that people talked about because I was free and giving it up to just about anybody. So back then, it's not so much the 90-day rule, it's just giving it up to just different people. I don't know if that makes sense. To me, that's more what I heard is she's talking to this guy, she's going to give it up to this guy. And I talked to dudes, like I wasn't without a partner, but I didn't give it up to every dude I was.
Gotcha.
with.
Well, did you wait the 90 days? And what would you have waited the 90 days? Did you wait the 90 days?
No, I don't think I did.
Mhm.
I don't think I did because I think then, like, being in a relationship and being tied to someone, not like with a rope or anything, but being tied to someone, it's
S&M.
like understood that you're with them
Yeah.
and you're not talking to anybody else. And I wasn't that kind of girl either, talking to different guys at the
Right.
same time. So I didn't apply the 90-day rule, but whoever I was with, that was it. We were together.
Mhm. You know, it's so interesting. When did this come out? I'm trying to think, maybe more than 10 years ago.
It's gotta be.
Isn't that scary to think about that?
Yeah, it is.
But how has this 90-day rule changed the way you think, or has it changed the way you date? Do you apply it every time at this age? I mean, not that, you know what I mean? Like in your 40s.
You know, in my 40s, okay, so I'm on the upper end of my 40s. It's so weird to say.
I know.
Um, my ex-fiance, I did apply the 90-day rule.
Now that's interesting. Okay, can you talk more about
And
that?
yeah, no, there was something patient about that relationship when we first started. I mean, it went to trash, a year later, but or a little over a year later. But there was something patient about that relationship where it's almost like, I won't say like sex didn't matter. It did, but it didn't seem a priority because we were taking time and getting to know each other, and it was sweet, and he was an honest man, and we fell for each other pretty quickly, and things just felt right that I didn't really need, or we didn't really need to have sex right away or keep a timer. We didn't need to keep a it felt like we didn't need to keep a timer. Now we did, like, we had a sexual relationship, and then shit started to happen, and it was almost like a sexless relationship, sadly to say. But in that relationship, it was like I didn't keep a timer.
Mhm.
I didn't keep a timer on it. And to some extent, I feel like if I were to go back to that time, if I had given it to him, I don't know, inside of a month, he still would have stayed around. I There wasn't a concern that he would leave if I gave it to him before 90 days.
Well, that I just find that very interesting because I think it has to do with the man, right? Because we've all been in a relationship where you're feeling pressured to get to that time, or, when is it going to happen? Why are you holding out? Blah, 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 right? But that to me lets me know that's what's more important to you than our relationship. Do you know what I mean? So I didn't realize that your ex-fiance, I know who he is, but you know what I mean? I almost said his name, but I'm like, um, I think it's nice that you didn't feel pressured and you got a ring. Do you know what I mean? That was
Yeah.
something you got a ring from. And I think that's kind of Steve Harvey's point in, listen, depending on what you're actually looking for, if you're looking for somebody to value you and not just the cookie, then, wait the 90 days. Yeah. Yeah. We've all been in those relationships. Then you end up giving it up just because you're tired of them saying anything sometimes, honestly.
Seriously, it's kind of sad. I mean, it's kind of unfortunate because when I want to give it to you, I want to give it to you.
Yes.
I want to give it to you. I want full freedom. I want to
Yes.
be in it. Really, you and me. I
Yes.
want to just, like, the spirit is comfortable, confident, ready. Let's go.
Yep. You're going to get the best
That's
version
my
of it. You're
What's
going to
that?
get the best version of it.
You're gonna get the best version of it.
Mhm.
And
Yes.
of me too.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
of me.
Yeah. Yeah. So guys, just wait, chill the frick out, man. Just wait. You're not always doing it because we're trying to make you pay. We just want you to be patient so we're comfortable and we can get our nut on too. Geez, not just about you.
You know,
Because when you're
They-
uncomfortable, right? When you're uncomfortable, I don't know about you, but I'm not going to orgasm if I'm not comfortable.
and there have been times where I'm like, oh, can I wait 90 days?
Yeah,
I don't know
that's
if I can wait 90 days because I really want it. Like I
Right.
really like I'm ready, I'm marinated, I'm ready. 30
Yeah.
days, 40 days, 45 days.
Mhm.
Sometimes I'm there and then I'm like, okay, well, pace yourself. This is brand new. Where's he at? Where are you at?
Right.
And it's, 90 days doesn't seem like a long time, but shit, when it comes to sex, it seems like forever.
Just
My
the tip.
vagina's like stinging every time I see him. I'm like,
It's not sex if you're just the tip.
no, it's not. Gosh, I would say I would rather not do anything, but if I can just get a little taste,
Yeah.
literally,
Yeah.
I will do that. But
Yeah.
yeah, sometimes I can't do 90 days. But yeah, I want to know how you're showing up.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
want to know how you're showing up. I want to know you're for real.
Mhm.
And the 90 days is not guaranteed. Like I was with someone for 7 months recently,
Mhm.
waited 90 days. I purposely waited 90 days. Now we were doing stuff, but I purposely waited 90 days.
Sure.
And he was gone 90 days later. Not even 90 days later. Yeah, 90 days
Yeah.
later.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. See.
So it's not guaranteed. Like,
Mm-mm.
how do you balance is not the right word, but how do you reconcile that you could wait 90 days, get to know someone, whatever, you decide to have sex, to include sex in your relationship after 90 days, but there's no guarantee.
I have to say this. We would have waited 90 days had he not claimed me. You know what I mean? So the
Mhm.
fact that I think that he claimed me made me feel more comfortable. Now I'm sure it could have gone the other, no, I don't, not with him, but it could have gone either way. Who knows? Right. But because he claimed me, and which is the whole thing, right? Like, no, not like, but which is the whole thing. If they're willing to claim you, to take you off the market, then okay. I think doesn't maybe not have to be 90 days. He's already shown up for you. He's already given you what you were hoping for, right? But if they're not claiming you, then yeah, 90 days. Okay, then what you waiting for? That would be my opinion, my thought. But sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. And you keep it moving. On to the next one.
What Jay-Z said.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Well, do you think you'll wait 90 days? Like, do you think you'll wait 90 days for the next one?
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, you never know. You can just play it by ear. It doesn't have to be for everybody because there are people who have one night stands that get married, end up together forever.
Where they at?
You're right. You can just get that shit over with, huh?
Where they at? I mean,
So funny.
yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I do want a relationship. I do want that guy in my life. And every guy's different. My ex-fiance was totally different. This last guy I was dating was different. Other guys I dated long-term were different. And I'm in a different place too each time.
True. Very true. Very true.
So
Well, I'm
we
interested.
shall see.
I'm interested to know. I'd like to know from people what worked. I want to know if you had a one night stand. Awesome. Are you married? How did it go? How's the marriage? And if you waited 90 days, did you keep them? Are they still around? Are they not? What worked for you?
Okay. I love your inquiries, all your questions. Okay, you could wait 90 days, have sex with him, and it ain't the business.
Oh, well,
Take away
boy.
the benefit package. Like an employer will work with you, will probably say, hey, here's some things you need to work on. You got 6 months.
Or you get another job. Sorry.
I mean, this is what I mean. It's like,
Oh man.
the risk you take, the agreements you make with yourself,
Oh yeah.
and finding your person and involving sex in it. Like, you could wait 90 days, and it's just,
That would be sad.
you're finding out they're tying a rock to their penis just to be able to rock your world.
Oh my God, that would be the worst. But remember what I said. It's like Survivor. On Survivor, the show Survivor. You see those people are so hungry, they will eat shit and think that is the best food they ever tasted. So I would think after 90 days, it wouldn't matter. They'd probably just put anything in me, put it in me, rock and all.
Oh, hell. Oh, no, not sexy. That's so not cute. I'm hungry, but I'm not starving.
Right.
Fuck.
Or you just try to be a patient teacher, I guess. Ooh, that would be brutal. That would be okay. I'll be pissed. I'd be pissed.
Would you ever do, say you're not married, right?
Sure.
Would you ever do married at first sight?
No, oh, no.
Because literally,
No.
you're committed to someone
Oh no.
and everything that comes with it,
Mm-mm.
including sex.
Mm-mm.
What if it ain't the business?
Mm-mm. No. But I do like that Love is Blind show, I will say. And
I love it too,
First
especially the
season.
first one.
first season, I follow them on Instagram. I really,
Oh,
they're so cute. So it's, I don't know. Love is
I
Blind.
want my cam.
I know.
I'm looking for my cam.
Yes. Yep. And I don't know how long they waited, but
They didn't wait long. They said in the show.
oh, okay.
Oh yeah. When they were, where did they go? Acapulco, Mexico.
Oh
something
yeah,
like that?
somewhere.
Yeah, it happened there.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
they say it in the show.
Okay. All right. I haven't seen it.
Cam wasn't gonna wait.
Oh no. Oh, she may not have been waiting either.
I think Cam really, really wanted it.
Well, you know what? And didn't they get married, right? So that's that's a like a speed dating 2.0. You got to figure out before you get married if this is going to work.
Yeah.
So,
wow. And they're fully like separated from the world.
yeah. Well, they do a lot of stuff on Instagram, a lot of shows together lately.
What's that?
What do you mean by they're separated from the world?
In the show, Love is
Oh,
Blind,
okay.
they're completely separated from cell
real
phone,
world.
social media, everything.
Yes. But now they're all over that shit.
They are pretty
Wow.
out there. Famous.
Oh man.
Anyway.
Well,
yeah, 90-day rule. Just, we have to bring this up as a topic. Do we wait? Do you wait? How long do you wait?
mhm.
Why do you wait?
Men, what do you feel about the 90-day rule? And do you practice it?
You know what I would like to do? I would like to bring some male perspectives on the 90-day rule.
Absolutely. I would absolutely like to do that. Maybe that could be our next show. So since we're, we can just incorporate it.
Let's see if we can make that happen.
I would like that.
I know we've got some vacation coming up pretty soon, but
We should try and do that.
Hmm.
Because I've got questions.
questions.
Yeah. I want to,
I'd
do
be
you know anybody that's waited 90 days? I can't even think of any males. Like,
Well, we don't know, right? I think
true.
that's what we want to know. We don't know.
We're going to send some feelers out.
And if they wait, if
All
it's not 90
feelers.
days,
sorry. Sorry.
We're almost done. We're almost done.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, yeah, let's get some male perspective
Okay, I think it'd be great. I would like
on
that.
that.
Okay. All right. Well, wrapping up.
Wrapping up.
Thanks so much for watching. We always appreciate it. Make sure to comment below, like us on Facebook, or excuse me, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. I don't think we're on Twitter, my bad, but we are on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Podbean, everywhere. Just look us up, Damn Perspectives, and send us an email, damnperspectives@gmail.com, if there's a topic you'd like us to talk about. All right. Thanks so much for watching and listening. Have a great night.
Bye.